Assalamualaikum. Have a good day. Today, I will present about Madani Digital Trade. All you need to know about Madani Digital Trade, the latest initiative by MITRADE and powered by Nazsoft. So before I'll start, it's basically the tagline here is your gateway to global trade success. So firstly, I think everyone knows about MATRADE. They are a National Trade Promotion Agency of Malaysia. Under the MITEC, it's to drive the country's export growth. MATRADE plays a pivotal role in facilitating international trade by connecting Malaysian businesses with global markets. So I think everyone is well aware about MATRADE. They are to help all the exporters to grow and to have global international trade with the world. The main key here about today is all you need to know about Madani Digital Trade. So it was launched on 13th of March, 2025. It was a successful launching by Tunku Zafrul himself, the Minister of MITEC, and for the purpose of growing businesses for exporters to have that global presence with international traders. So what is called Madani Digital Trade, it is an integrated virtual showcase designed to promote Malaysian businesses by connecting them seamlessly with global trade opportunities. It offers an immersive augmented reality experience, enabling international buyers, investors, and partners to explore and engage with Malaysian enterprises effectively. So this is another step of besides doing the normal traditional physical trades that you go with, having trade exhibitions, trade missions, exhibitions outside. And typically when after those kind of engagements or after certain events, you tend to lose or you tend to do manually to engage with them. So having this digital trade platform, it is to offer seamless connectivity and a total engagement 24/7 throughout the whole year. So that means what is it good for the exporters? You will have more and more leads technically from all over the world. And another thing is, it is also a single information portal for export that provides Malaysian exporters to access essential information, regulations, and services. So you see here, if you're talking about export, all you need to do is go to the Madani Digital Trade and it will have all information for you regarding any export activities or services. And lastly, it enhances transparency and fosters trade efficiency by consolidating grants, trainings and permits, and up-to-date market intelligence, empowering businesses to navigate international markets seamlessly. This is what we are building here. What we have here with Madani Digital Trade is a whole ecosystem that provides all you need to do, all you need to have to be able to execute any trades to do export with your international buyers, be it from the financial institutions or even insurance, all the necessary services and facilities that is required for you to execute a successful export activity. All right, the typical business pain points that what we see with SMEs or exporters, local exporters, right? So we have typically 6 different points. If we're talking about, firstly, market entry barriers, you have all these regulatory compliance that you need to know how to navigate around them, all the licensing and certifications. You can imagine if you are if you have zero experience in export, you'll need to know how to be certified, how to have those kinds of certifications and so on. And of course, the tariffs and taxes, these are key essential things that maybe not a lot of companies know. So these are certain market entry barriers that you see. Financial constraints, that's a key thing as well. If you were to get a big contract, how to execute that? How will you get certain facilities to be able to execute within the time frame that is being requested by your potential buyer? So another big constraint as well here. And another factor is for SMEs, of course, we have our digital presence that you will typically build via your own website or any e-commerce platform that you on board with. and maybe, the social media presence. Again, this is some costs that you will need to consider. And this will range from cheap to very expensive expenses in terms of digital presence. So that's another key thing as well. Marketing and branding challenges. Again, if you have your marketing team, that's fine. But these are very, very broad kind of activity for you to be able to market yourselves. So it'll take some time, effort, and even money to be able to expand your your brand presence out there. So these are the main points that we try to facilitate by onboarding on Madani Digital Trade. Another key thing as well doing export is export readiness. A lot of companies are not sure about what are the necessary steps or even procedures for you to be able to complete a certain export. So in terms of certification gaps, difficulty on meeting international standards, again, training needs, the lack of information or lack of experience on managing certain on the logistics issues possibly, and lastly, grant application complexity. So these are the key things here that you will need to getting the readiness on the export activities, and lastly, the knowledge gap. So at the end of the day, for a first timer or even established exporters, you will have certain difficulties or even a knowledge gap here, especially when it comes to compliance and regulatory uncertainties. So these are the typical business main points that we try to resolve by simply onboarding on Madani Digital Trade. So what we do, we have 4 pillars that you see in front of you here. To be able for you to engage and have a successful trades with your international clients. So the 4 pillars here that you can see here: virtual engagement platform, MATRADE member portal, e-marketplace, and integrated shared service center. So first, I would like to go through a virtual engagement platform. So it's a centralized hub connecting companies to MATRADE's premium buyers and international sourcing programs. Here we are giving an experience for your buyers to be able to see your profile, your company presence in a format of a virtual reality format. So we have here in a 2D format or a 3D format. What it does here is for them to be having an experience looking at your products in a very nice, pleasant way to understand about your products and services. But the key thing is not just the brand presence or the look and feel of your products and services, but again, the key thing about here is the B2B business matching. So how does your buyers can engage with you as an exporter? Once they visit your booth, for example, in this virtual exhibition format, they will be able to request for a meeting. So this is where we have our own integrated meeting platform. All inside the platform. You don't need to move anywhere. You don't need to install any other additional applications and so on. The buyers will simply request for a meeting with you, will be scheduled according to your availability. And as simple as you to approve, and then once the set schedule is arrives on that particular day, then you will simply just need to go into the platform and engage with your buyers. So this is where the potential trades begin. The discussions and so on. So of course you might have multiple meetings and so on, but another key thing here is MATRADE or even trade commissioners are able to join as well inside the meeting to help to facilitate anything that can guarantee a success for your trade with your international clients. Secondly, the MATRADE member portal. So previously it was called My Export. So now inside Madani Digital Trade, every single thing that you need to know about your membership, your MATRADE member, all inside here. So it's a seamless portal providing exporters with centralized, comprehensive, and unified information, grants, and trainings as well. So all the previous grants that you see on the previous portal, or you will be able to see and access and apply all the grants provided by MATRADE. The process are all seamless, all inside the platform, and you'll be able to enjoy it and to be able to see the transparency of the processes or the status of your applications. Another part of it is simplified trade procedures and reduce costs to facilitate cross-border trade. Again, it's to facilitate all exporters to grow their businesses. All right, third is the e-marketplace and marketplace aggregator. We don't intend to compete with Shopee and Lazada. Actually, what the platform is providing is the marketplace as another channel for you to be able to provide certain samples in a mini scale before doing the actual bulk trades. And this is where B2C, it makes sense, even for domestic buyers can enjoy or buy your products via this marketplace. But the main goal here is the B2B concept. So we are focusing on the B2B marketplace, where the buyers are able to proceed with their trade directly with you via this platform. And lastly, the integrated shared service center. It's a one-stop center for all your business needs. You imagine that you receive a contract today, you're supposed to deliver it within a month. So typically, if you need some financial facilitations, you will get yourself externally by banks and so on. But we are building an ecosystem here inside this platform where all within a click, and you will be able to share certain information for you to have a faster and quicker application for financial products and even insurance as well. So these are all the strategic partners that we are onboarding inside the platform. So it provides a whole integrated ecosystem to make your trades more effective and more efficient. And again, here, lastly, access to innovative shared services solutions and ESG, IR 4.0, trade financing, digital marketing, and virtual assistant to drive your business growth. Highlights of the Banali digital trade. We have around 8 here. So you can see the online presence and branding. I think that's pretty much straightforward. When we say online presence and branding, we're not talking about just digital marketing, but we are leveraging on MATRADE's trade commissioners. If I'm not mistaken, there's around 48 all over the globe. They are the ones helping all the exporters and getting all the relevant and established international buyers inside the platform, so they will be able to see all the products and services provided by our local exporters. So it's a hybrid, not just digital, but we have on the physical side, assisting buyers to connect with you via this platform. And then the virtual reality pavilion. Besides having a physical exhibition that you typically have, in international exhibitions and so on, those are typically within 3 to 5 days. But then after that, your engagement with your clients are based on what you have engaged during that event. So why we have this platform is for them, or the current or even the future leads are able to connect and see your product via this platform 24/7 throughout the whole year. So again, you make sure that you increase the chances of having more leads and more decent buyers out there. Like I mentioned, 24/7 intelligent virtual assistant. This will be able to have both parties, from the buyers, if they want to look for certain products or be recommended to a certain specific products. This will help them, via the virtual assistant, to help them pinpoint the best exporter for them, or even recommend a few groups of sellers. Business matching. Another key thing about the platform is obviously for you to create business, and this is thanks to the B2B meeting feature that every side, be it the seller and the buyer, will be able to engage between them. Of course, like I mentioned just now, the e-marketplace, B2C and B2B. We have the MATRADE member portal for centralized, comprehensive, and unified information for exporters. Grant and financing. I believe that all exporters are very much interested with the grants. So it's in a one-stop center here. Once you have access to it, you'll be able to apply and see the status of your application. And lastly, the HRDC training programs is a very key thing, not just to help you on the trainings on about the platform or even other e-commerce related trainings, but the key thing here is about doing exports, and MATRADE's training programs as well will be very much available inside this platform. I have to mention it's HRDC certified as well. So what you can see here is the virtual lobby. This creates the virtual engagement feeling that you'll be able to see once you access the platform. And this creates an experience for the buyers, for them to be very much interested in the product and service that you provide, be it in the form of brochures, pictures, certifications that they can verify, and as well as videos. So these are all the elements that you will be providing to your buyers. To have a look on the Batik Pavilion, this is the pavilion that you can see here. You can see all these multiple companies. So this is a perspective of buyers based on the logos. And then once they go inside, they will have all this information. I'll show you in a bit in terms of how they are displaying the products. Okay, I'll skip this one. Okay, so there are various formats inside this platform. So one, it's the most simple format for exhibitors to be able to display their company profile is in this listing. We call it directory listing format. So you can see here, you can have your logo, you can have basic information, you can list straight away your products and services. And then lastly, at the bottom here, you can see your certificates. You can display your certificates. And on your right, you can see some pictures and videos that you can put. So this is a very basic concept. Of course, this is the cheapest package, but it makes, it's something to have, it's something basic to have already. And, but what we are pushing or we are suggesting is for you to consider another format, which is a 3D format here. So this will give an interactive experience for your buyers. They will be able to navigate around your booth, your 3D booth. And this is where you can display all your logos, your products. And you can see here, there are different formats, templates for you to decide and choose. For the premium sellers, of course, that you can display whatever materials that you want to show. And I think the key thing here, oh yeah, the one will be on the next one, exhibitor 2D. So this is another format on a 2D format. So you can see here, it's quite basic, but it's not sufficient enough for your buyers to be able to interact and view certain products and services. So you can see here, you can display a company background, you can have videos, and of course, the one that engages with you to have contact inquiry, they can provide certain information for you to be able to contact them directly to continue and follow up. You can see down here, there is a request for a meeting. So that's the key thing here, how buyers are able to connect with you. Once they have decided, pick the schedule according to your availability. So this is how you will be able to see all the meetings requested. So on the top, you can see all the upcoming meetings, pending meeting requests, all the information about meetings. And of course, you will have a list for you to decide who will you meet or when, and if you are okay with it, to proceed. And this, again, like I mentioned, it's everything is inside the platform. You don't need to go out or anything. You don't need to install anything at all. Just remain inside the platform, and it will trigger the necessary features for you to execute your activity. And since this is AI driven as well, the platform provides recommendations for you. Should you be a seller or a buyer, it will prompt or it will suggest relevant companies that might interest you to engage. So besides that, we have other features available for the sellers. As you can see here, events. you will be updated with the latest events, and you can join, you can view information, or you can even participate, be it physically or virtually. And these are the training programs feature as well. You can see you can apply. Right now there are various training programs from digital marketing, e-commerce, doing exports, and even on the training on the platform itself. So right now you can enjoy or participate into these trainings. There are certain that are free, certain that are chargeable, but HRDC certified. But that's up for you. That's up for you to choose and try and see if you can participate. On the e-marketplace, like I mentioned, the intention is for B2B. For you to be able to execute the trade, for the buyers to be able to execute the trade with you. For the B2C, it's more towards the angle is to help on interested buyers. Maybe they want to buy in a small sample format. So this is another way for them to be able to, buy a very small format for them to try and test it out first before they go into bulk orders with you. So it does facilitate every single process from buying, paying, up until the logistics. Everything's covered already, and for you to start. Another key thing here that's very interesting. So this is an AI-driven platform. So we have MIVA. It's an AI-powered virtual assistant. Very nice looking there. So this is for the intention for both parties. For the buyers, they can ask anything regarding MATRADE or even products and services provided by the exporters, or from the exporters themselves. If you would like to know more about exports or even certain details, US tariffs, for example, or even you want to look for suppliers within the domestic you will be able to, you can ask questions with MIVA and ask suggestions as well. So this lady, a virtual assistant, will provide you or will assist you on all the information regarding to your questions. And furthermore, it does require it does help in terms of recommending you or to see if you're eligible for certain grants. So ask away, everything inside here, and you will be provided with all the necessary information. Okay, what I mentioned about MATRADE member portal earlier. So previously it was called MyExport, and now everything integrated inside this platform. You can see here that in a nutshell, you can see all the basic information about your company, assuming that you are already a MATRADE member, or if you're not, please register, and as a MATRADE member, you will enjoy all the facilities here. So as a MATRADE member already, so you can see your export readiness assessment score. So this does give you a guideline a bit on where you are in terms of export readiness. And the most important thing here, as you can see down there, the application status of the grants. So there are MDG, SEF, so all these different grants provided by MATRADE, everything is required to be accessed via this platform. So you can see here, you can apply, you can view all the status, and you can do all the follow-ups via this platform. On the left, you'll be able to see as well extra information, like I mentioned, single information portal for exports. You will be able to see all the market alerts, the product and market studies, trade leads, international tender notices, the Malaysia's trade performance, of course, newsletter and publications. So these are very internal information provided by MATRADE is very key. It's a key information for you to be able to know about the trends and what are the possibilities or the current again, like market trends for you to explore. So these are not out in the public. So I do suggest for you to access this MATRADE member portal for you to look at all this information beneficial for you. Just a quick look on the market alerts and the newsletter and publications. So there will be, the past information and the future as well. And lastly, I would like to summarize in terms of the benefits for if you onboard the Bandari Digital Trade. So global reach. So this is the key thing about having this platform 24/7 on the web. Again, the global reach and 24/7 availability. At the end of the day, I would summarize it as very cost efficient, as you by onboarding one single platform, you'll be able to enjoy all the marketing that is being done by MATRADE themselves and the digital marketing as well. And nothing that you need to worry about in terms of support and maintenance. Everything is covered by the platform as well. The increased visibility, the lead generation, as you can see, what I have mentioned previously, the B2B meetings, and not just that as well, how trade commissioners will help and connect with international buyers for you. And another part as well, simplified access to grants. The key objective from MATRADE is not to just compile all the grants provided by MATRADE, but eventually all other grants related to export, be it from other agencies and GLCs. So we'll see about that later in the progress of throughout the year. And lastly, benefits of the training program for growth. This is something that will be very useful for you to just be in one single platform and be able to access all these training programs. Finally, the subscription packages that we are offering exclusively for existing MATRADE member, start off with 120. All these packages that you can see here are for a year. So it's yearly subscription, and then throughout and the different packages that you see here, business standard starts from 1,200, business professional 3,000, and business premium 15,000. You can see all the features, the extra features as you move along towards the more expensive packages. Every package has its own features and benefits. I would suggest for you to consider at least business standard, because it creates a very good presence for your company. And of course, it provides a good experience for your buyers to be able to engage with you, be it via the B2B meetings, by certain forms, or by MIVA. These are all access to you, and obviously for you to be able to have successful transactions with your buyers. Lastly, I would really recommend for everyone to join us in showcasing Malaysia to the world. All your products and services are very much interesting for the buyers to know and understand the quality of the Malaysian products. I would recommend everyone to join us in showcasing Malaysia to the world. For local exporters, please join bandaritrade.com on board as soon as possible. We'll try to assist you in the best way as possible, and hope to see everyone at MIHAS Exhibition 2025. Thank you.